season is almost here, and as many of us know, filing your taxes can be complicated even under normal circumstances. But of course, the pandemic is adding a whole new layer of trouble. And that's why we've invited Bill Clark from Tax Pro to answer some of these tough questions. And Bill, this year obviously very different than past years when filing your taxes. But before we get to that, some people haven't gotten their latest economic stimulus payment. I know some people in our area just getting it the other day. What if someone hasn't received their check yet?
Then what will happen there is they should file for that stimulus in the tax return that'll be filed for 2020. It can be included there, and it can be part of the refund that's developed from that return.
Right, and when
they don't lose it just because they hadn't gotten it.
Now, when it comes to the economic stimulus checks, Bill, are they taxable? Is that what you're saying?
No, the economic stimulus is not taxable income. It's a tax credit, however, if we include it on the return. It's kind of like a withholding check, if you would. You know, when we have wages, we have taxes withheld that our taxes are based upon. But this will be kind of like a withholding, is what it would come down to.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have had questions about that. Another question here, you know, the IRS has made some changes this year when it comes to certain dates. What do our viewers need to know about that?
Well, I mean, they've cut back our filing by a month. I mean, typically we start filing the 15th of January. This year it's the 12th of February, so we've lost an entire month beginning the tax season. They have not, however, extended it at this point in time. Now, I think that's going to remain to see exactly how the process works as far as, you know, the advance of this pandemic and everything else that's going on. But right now, they are still firm on this April 15th deadline date.
Be interesting to see how that works, Bill. Well, you know, people haven't filed during a pandemic before, right? People haven't filed during a pandemic before. What new information do our viewers need to know when they're actually filing this year?
Well, just make sure that they've gotten all of the tax documents. I mean, the unemployment, if they've received any unemployment compensation, that's going to be considered taxable income. Well, as we were discussing earlier, if they have not received their pandemic, advance or the stimulus checks, those can be included on this tax return also, not as income, but as a tax credit to receive back at that time. So make sure that you've gotten all your documents. Like I say, don't overlook if you have received unemployment, because you don't want to come a year or two down the line and, oh, we have underreported income and have to pay the IRS back some income that we weren't looking at. Some
good answers and good information. Bill Clark from Tax Pro, we appreciate your time, and stick around, folks, because Bill will be joining us again in our next half hour to answer more of your questions. Bill, thank you so much.
Thank you. You bet.